Hello and welcome to eREELs. Today's video will be looking at the most recent update of the Highway Code, which came into force on the 29th of January. Some of the regulations have been rewritten in order to make them clearer, but there are some major changes which we will look at in more detail. Starting with the introduction section of the Highway Code, there are three new rules explaining the hierarchy of road users. This hierarchy can best be described as a list, with those who are more likely to be injured in a collision placed at the top. This includes pedestrians, cyclists, horse riders and motorcyclists. Children, older adults and disabled persons are also at greater risk of being injured in the event of a collision. Below these road users are cars and taxis, vans and minibuses, and large goods and passenger vehicles. Drivers of these aforementioned vehicles will bear the greatest responsibility to take care and reduce the danger they pose to others, which is Rule H1. However, the Highway Code makes it very clear that all road users have a responsibility for their own and other road users' safety, and everyone should ensure that they are aware of the new regulations. The second new rule in the introduction, H2, emphasises the need for drivers, motorcyclists, horse riders and cyclists to give way to pedestrians when they are crossing or waiting to cross at a junction. Pedestrians on a zebra crossing and cyclists and pedestrians on a parallel crossing, which is similar to a zebra crossing but has a cycle route alongside it. There is clarification that only pedestrians, including wheelchair and mobility scooter users, are allowed to use the pavement, and that they are allowed to use any part of the road. Pedestrians may also use cycle tracks, providing they are not prohibited from doing so. The third rule, H3, relates to drivers and motorcyclists when turning into or out of a junction, or changing direction or lane. The regulation states that these road users should not cut across cyclists or horse riders when performing one of these actions, if it would cause a cyclist or horse rider to stop or swerve in order to avoid the vehicle or motorcycle. A new rule has been introduced regarding the positioning of cyclists when riding on the road. Cyclists are advised to ride in the centre of their lane on quiet roads and in slower moving traffic, although they should move to the left to allow faster vehicles to pass. They should also ride in the centre of the lane when approaching junctions or road narrowings if it would be unsafe for drivers to overtake them. They must keep at least 0.5 metres away from the curb on busier roads when traffic is moving faster than them. And to take care when passing parked vehicles, ensuring that they keep at least 1 metre away so that they can avoid being hit if a car door is opened. Cyclists in groups can ride two abreast, particularly if there are children or less experienced riders as part of the group. However, they should be mindful of other road users and be prepared to allow vehicles to overtake by moving to single file or stopping when it's safe to do so. Cyclists should also watch out for people walking into their path. The guidance on overtaking vulnerable road users has been updated. Typically, drivers or motorcyclists should leave as much room as they would do when overtaking a car, but as a general guide, the following should be observed. At least 1.5 metres should be left if a vehicle is overtaking cyclists at speeds of up to 30 miles an hour. More space must be given when overtaking at higher speeds. At least 2 metres of space should be left when passing horse riders or horse-drawn vehicles, and drivers or motorcyclists should pass by at speeds of 10 miles an hour or less. At least 2 metres of space should be allowed for pedestrians walking in the road where there is no pavement. Vehicles should keep a low speed when passing by. In all cases, vehicles should wait behind cyclists, horse riders and pedestrians, and not attempt to overtake if it is unsafe to do so or the suggested clearances cannot be met. One of the new rules states that cyclists will be able to pass stationary or slow-moving traffic on either the right or the left. Before they do this, cyclists are advised to consider if this is a safe manoeuvre and pass the vehicle with the utmost caution, as drivers of longer vehicles such as lorries and buses may not be able to see them. This is of particular importance when cyclists are approaching junctions. New guidance on roundabouts states that drivers and motorcyclists should give priority to cyclists. Sufficient space should be given and no attempts to overtake them should be made. In addition, drivers and motorcyclists should be aware that cyclists may need to change lanes as they travel around the roundabout and allow them to move across their path. Cyclists, horse riders and horse-drawn vehicles may remain in the left-hand lane, even if they intend to travel straight across or around the roundabout. In this case, they should signal right to indicate that they are remaining on the roundabout. Drivers and motorcyclists who are entering a roundabout should take extra care that they do not cut across these road users who are using the left-hand lane to continue across or around the roundabout. The final rule to highlight relates to the leaving of vehicles. The Highway Code is recommending that drivers and passengers use a technique known as Dutch reach to open the vehicle's doors after first checking the mirrors. This method involves using the hand on the opposite side to the door that is being opened. For example, a driver's left hand would be used to open the door at their right-hand side. Opening a door in this manner means that the driver or passenger will turn their head to look over their shoulder, meaning that they are more likely to see cyclists, motorcyclists or pedestrians, thereby decreasing the likelihood of causing injury to these road users. So it would look a little bit like this. Or something like that. Thank you for watching our video on the Highway Code and we hope you found it useful. All of the changes we have summarised within this video have been taken from the updated code, and whilst we have made every effort to ensure that the information is accurate, we would strongly advise you to read the Highway Code for yourself. This is an important document for all road users, and many of the rules contained within it are legal requirements. Where road users ignore or break these rules, they are committing a criminal offence. It's easily accessible online via the gov.uk website. Paper copies of it can be bought from bookshops, or there is a Highway Code app. As always, we'd love it if you could show your support of our YouTube channel and videos by hitting that subscribe button. And if you have enjoyed this video and found it useful, then please hit like. And if you want to stay up to date with any video that we drop, please ding that notification bell. Thank you again, and I'll see you on the next one.